Hey there, it's Timmy, and welcome to another episode of TimmyWA and what have you. Being the fourth Friday, there is no topic to choose from, so I thought I'd just quickly introduce myself and give a little background on who I am and why I'm doing this channel. And let me just get started. My name's Tim. I grew up near Seattle, Washington, a little town called Puyallup, and then I moved to a little town called Bonnie Lake a few years later. When I was about 7 or 8, my family, my older sister, and my two younger brothers, my mom and dad, we all went to Disneyland. I had my first Disney experience, and I remember it being super fun and a lot of great memories. And it was great. It was the only time we were able to go. And then just fast forward a little bit to my wedding to my lovely wife Rachel. We were married in 2001, and in September of 2001. And we went to our honeymoon in Orlando. We were going to go to Disney World for a couple days. And that was kind of short-circuited by a tragic event that you might remember, 9/11, when the two airplanes flew into the Twin Towers in New York City. So we went to Disney World that day. I was able to spend a couple hours, and then we were all ushered out. They closed the park, and from what I understand, historically, that was one of the only times, if not the only time, they actually closed the park. And so the rest of that day, we kind of tried to figure out something to do. We didn't want to just sit in our hotel room. But a lot of the stuff was closed. A lot of the other parks, a lot of the other touristy activities. So we just kind of did what we needed to do. We ended up having to stay a couple extra days because our flights were all grounded, of course. I knew a friend from near Jacksonville, gave him a call, and we were able to cruise up there and spend a couple extra days because we didn't have the finances to stay any longer than we originally planned to. So that was great. That was a blessing, and those are some wonderful folk. Finally able to get a flight, returned home, and I'm oversimplifying the story because there's definitely a lot to that story, but just to kind of keep it brief. Ultimately, it's bittersweet because it was our honeymoon, and it was highlighted, if you will, by tragedy. So certainly unforgettable. I don't get that typical guy, I forgot my anniversary excuse, so that doesn't ever happen, which I'm grateful for, but again, bittersweet. Soon after, my son Wyatt was born, and he's 16 now. And is into vehicles and cars and really likes to work on them. Has a full-time job being an auto detailer at a dealership here in town. Is loving that, and he's just a super talented and smart kid. So just that's a quick background. And if you have questions, if you want to talk about things, certainly comment below, and we can open up a dialogue, and I'll tell you what you want to know. As far as this channel is concerned, I feel like I have a lot of experiences. I have a lot of knowledge of things relating to Disney and the parks, especially. We go quite often. We usually go to Disneyland. We live in Utah, and it's a 10-hour-ish drive, and that's not too bad. And we enjoyed that. There was a year there where we had annual passes, and we went so many times. It was ridiculous. It was so much fun. And then this year is great because we're lucky enough to where we were originally planning to go to Disney World in fall, and then one of Rachel's sisters and her children were going to go for the first time, their children, and they wanted us to join them, and so we were more than happy to oblige. So that's coming up here at the end of summer. So 2 awesome trips this year. That's pretty unusual for that, especially Disney World and Disneyland. So that's exciting. We'll have a lot to share about that, of course. But what I want to say is we go a lot, and we've come up with some tricks. My first video back on Monday was more on the financial savings and spending money, especially that aspect of traveling and experiencing Disneyland. Of course, applies to Disney World as well. So I have a lot to share. We started a blog, to Disney.land. I mentioned that in the last video, and I've shared a lot of information there as well. And a lot of these videos that I talk about on Mondays will be based on stuff I wrote in the blog. And as I get better and better at doing these videos, I'll be able to incorporate a lot of other video and pictures and graphics and stuff like that. It'll be a lot more fun than just looking at my face talking. So I'm excited about this channel. I hope that you would be too, and that you'll share this video and our channel, and subscribe and share it on your Facebook page and share it on your Twitter and Instagram, because I'd love to see this channel just blow up and be a huge thing. And it's not really about the money aspect of it. I if I end up making money on it, that's great, but it's more about what's inside me. I have a natural need to be an entertainer. My internet radio station, of course, I mentioned that briefly in the last video as well, as part of that. When I was younger, I used to DJ dances for young adults in the church, and so I mean, there's just something inside me that wants to get out, and I feel like I have a lot to share. So this is another avenue for that, and I feel like I can make a difference. I can help people. I can entertain them. I can make them smile, make their day better. That's really what I want to do. And so please like and subscribe and share and comment below, if you will. I'd be appreciative of that. And we'll see you Monday with another Disney video. I don't know yet what the topic will be, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it and it'll be fun. And so we'll see you then. Thanks again and have a great day.